Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me in another exciting and swashbuckling episode of Groovy Vanpicker. Well, I know it's been a while. I'm kind of taking care of the stuff. My secret hideout has been sold. So, I'm in the process of moving. And basically what I'm doing right now is I'm putting everything in storage. Got me a nice little storage locker. And I'm putting all my wares and even my personal effects in there. Until I move it to my next secret hideout. And so, it's been a lot of work. And you never realize how much inventory you have until you move it. And it's a reminder of why I am not looking for table fillers right now. The Goodwill troughs is open again. And I kind of went in there to poke around a little bit. And due to the current situation, they have it set up so only a certain amount of people are allowed in the building at one time. You must wear a face mask. And one person per trough, of which every few minutes some lady comes out and hollers, "Everybody rotate," which means you rotate, everybody move over to the next trough. Okay. Kind of works out. Last couple of times I've been there, it wasn't very busy, so I was kind of like, wandering around, seeing what I could see. I did find a CB radio, which I got, but other than that, I can flip that on eBay for about $80. Other than that, I didn't, I'm not looking for table fillers. I have about 200 boxes of table fillers, enough to last quite a few swap meets. And so, it's going to be a little while before I start going after that. And the funny thing about the troughs, too, is the Goodwill bargain bins. I mentioned the word trough to the wrong person, the manager, Deb, over at the Reno Sparks one on Audi. And Deb just about tore my head off. They are called boats. They are not called troughs. Oh, man, I'm just totally like I insulted her mother or something. They are troughs. A boat is something you sit in and you go fishing and get the stuff that's outside to bring in. A trough is something you stand on the outside of and retrieve stuff from inside of it. Okay, so I know that, it hurts your feelings, but whoop-de-fucking-do. They're troughs. And until there is an actual Goodwill policy prohibiting me from saying troughs, nothing you can do about it. But I'm not going to be doing a whole lot at these troughs for a while because I am moving over the hill. I got a nice little secret hideout kind of picked out over there. And get all my stuff. A lot. And I was going to try to do it all in one fell swoop, but we had a family emergency happen, so I'm just kind of putting that on hold until we get everything situated. Then rent a U-Haul. Probably have one of my kids drive that while I drive one of my vans. Away here we go. I also put in my 2-week notice at my traditional job. So, serious gourmet shit. Yeah, it's actually Pete's Coffee, Major Dixon's blend. You gotta try it, it's good. But, goes good with a double C Maduro from Hatui's in Reno. But since I can't really advertise on here, I'm not going to tell you to go to Hatui's Reno and buy cigars. And I'm not going to recommend the double C Maduro because I got to be careful about advertising. But I won't tell you not to. That's what I'm supposed to. Just do me a favor and save me some when you buy some, would you? Alright. Anyway. That's about the rundown. And like I said, as soon as I get back over and get situated, I'm going to be doing a lot more swap meets. Because right now the swap meet in Reno is basically... You're not... Apparently this virus only sticks to antiques. Because you're not, they don't want you to bring antiques in. You're only allowed to sell like fresh fruits and vegetables or new stuff. So yeah, apparently the swap meet in Reno thinks that this little virus only sticks to antiques and collectibles and used stuff. And then their excuse was, oh, because we can only be at 50% capacity. I'm like, you just went down the wrong way. I'm like, dude. This swap meet has not been at 50% capacity in years. I mean, come on. And they're trying to get, excuse after excuse. And so basically, they say they're not going to open up full-fledged until about a couple of months. And I'm like, and the place is kind of dead anyway. Every time I go over there, it's just, they're kind of racist over there. They made it abundantly clear they only want one demographic. And so yeah, I'm not one of the ones that they want over there. And they make that abundantly clear. Just by the rules and by the selective enforcement of said rules. I made a few bucks out of it, but the thing is, too, they don't want to bring out-of-town people in. See, they only want the same 10 customers coming in every day, and that's it. They don't advertise to the tourists. Reno is a tourist town. And this bunch of morons that run the swap meet don't want to advertise to the tourists. And that is the stupidest with a capital oops thing I've ever seen in my life. I remember they used to always advertise on the radio and have big old signs out. Now they're trying to keep it a top secret. And that's one thing I like about the Sacramento. I remember the old jingle, what's new at the night? Remember that old jingle from, if you're from the West Coast, you probably heard the jingle about 30 years ago about the swap meet in Roseville. Kind of catchy too, but I don't want to do any copyright gigs here, so I'm gonna spare you the song. Plus, I'm not Merle Haggard. And so, I'm not Bo Stevens because they got the hat, shades, and the beard and all. But they have a lot more people at that swap meet. And they actually, they don't mind out-of-town people coming in. As opposed to the one here in Reno, which basically, I'm pretty sure if they could, they'd probably try to ban out-of-state tags and tourists from coming in. So, it's an okay place, but you got to change your stock every week. You got to change out all your stuff, which I do. One of the things that I do is I have a couple hundred of those little bins full of stuff, and plus my shadow boxes and larger items. And every week, when I went to the swap meet, I swapped them out. And make it look fresh. And I did okay, but, you know, if the place is dead, or if there's another swap meet or a special event in town, it's dead. Because at the special events, they don't want to tell any of the tourists that they exist. Yeah, it's like, you know, Reno's best kept secret. It's kind of like the one in Chico. That was Chico's best. They had a swap meet out there. And I had kind of a falling out with them over them kicking me off of their Facebook group under false pretenses. But they're the best kept secret in town. And, you know, people all over town, you know, just like here, I didn't know there was a swap meet. I love those things. Why don't you come on over? And then others don't like it, the one in Reno especially, because of the music, which is good music. They play Spanish music, but some people just want to hear something else. And that's the thing. They don't want to cater to everybody. They only want to cater to one demographic. And that's the biggest mistake, is only catering to one demographic. You know, when I'm selling tchotchkes and knickknacks and doodads and whatnot, I want everybody to come on down and buy my stuff. Everybody. Because the only color I care about is green. To be honest with you, you know, that's the only one that matters in business. And so, you know, they just need to get their heads out of their asses, a lot of these swap meets. But I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'm doing a lot of eBaying, and I will be back to give you my show. So that's about what I have for today. Like I said, nothing heavy, just kind of checking in with everybody. I'll be doing a lot more, you know, van stuff and swap meets and all kinds of groovy stuff. So anyway, check on back with me. Late.